Hey friends, okay, so I just want to share a couple of tips with the winter months coming. Oftentimes we end up with the stuffy nose. In fact, right now, I think almost everyone in my family has a little bit of a stuffy nose, and it can just be from the change in the season. Also, there can be just a natural cleansing effect with the change of season, which is oftentimes why we have a stuffy nose. But it can be a buildup of not eating correctly or not getting enough exercise or enough sleep or too much stress, a lot of those things. And so I want to give a couple of tips how to get your sinuses flowing without medication. Sometimes if you're really not sleeping good at night, that can be a good time to take medication if you feel like you need it, because sleep is so important. But it's best to get your body cleansing out naturally without the medication, so that we don't cover up the symptoms, which oftentimes when we're on medication we feel like we're feeling really good, so we don't rest as much as we need to. So and then often there's side effects that aren't great, so you don't want to take medication too much, so we can keep our body free of the chemicals in medication. So a couple of tips. One is going on a run. So I just got back from a run. The first thing I had to do was blow my nose, because it gets everything circulating. So that's a really good way to get your sinuses clear. Another way is to just jump on a mini trampoline. So a mini rebounder is awesome. The gravity pull pulls on your sinuses. It pulls on every cell in your body. It gets the bowel moving. And so that moves me into the next tip. Is the first thing you want to do with any ailment, any sickness, especially sinuses, because that's our topic, is to get the bowel moving. And when the bowel moves, it releases pressure off of the whole body, the lymph system, and when the lymph system flows, then it moves your sinuses. So going to the bathroom at least once or twice a day is really important for getting the sinuses clear. Another thing you can do is press on the drain points. So it's just right here by your sinuses, and just press really hard, not really hard, but hard enough where you can feel some pressure, and just hold it for at least a minute. And there's other places you can Google on a foot chart where you can press on your foot for other drainage places for your sinuses and lymph system. And it's really cool. If you press long enough and you just wait and you do it a couple times a day, you'll feel some drainage coming out. Sometimes it gets worse before it gets better, because it signals the body like, oh, they want to clean out, let's clean out. So don't worry if it starts getting worse. Just keep doing these tips and taking care of yourself, and allow your body to clean out. Because when we're sick, it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just our body saying, hey, we're backed up, we need to take some time to clean out. So it's not fun, but it's actually a good thing for your body to get sick and have to slow down a little bit and let your body clean out. So another thing that my dear friend and Kundalini yoga teacher taught me is a breathing technique which it creates heat in your body and gets things draining, and it's called the breath of fire. And it's almost like you are breathing out hard in a balloon, and then it retracts in. So it's like your belly going or like you're breathing hard on your sunglasses to clean them off, or off of a mirror. And so you can Google breath of fire and get some more details on how to do that, but it is simply just sitting up tall and breathing in and out. And it might seem weird, it might look weird watching this in this video, but if you do it for at least a minute or two, or even up to 10 minutes, you will feel that things start changing. And once you do that in your mouth, move it to just your nose. I already got some drainage coming out. And push really hard so your belly comes in and out, and you're creating some pressure. And before you know it, you're needing to go in and blow your nose. Okay, another tip is to take cayenne pepper. You can take just a pinch in a little bit of water, drink it down, and then follow it with a whole glass of water, and that creates heat in your body and also breaks up congestion. You can do some peppermint, or I use Breathe, which is a blend of essential oils. You can rub it on the chest, on the nose. Don't get it in your eyes, it'll hurt. It won't injure you, cause any damage, but it can hurt. So that can open the sinuses. Also, grating up a little bit of horseradish. It's hot, and sometimes people feel like they can't handle it, but just chew, 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 and then swallow. That's a really good way. You can also get just like a teeny little bit of Dr. Christopher's Sinus formula, and break open a capsule and get a little bit of the powder, and you can sniff it up your nose. I know it sounds kind of interesting, or just take some and wipe it up inside your nose and let it sit for a little bit, and then it'll just kind of stimulate the whole inside of your sinuses and you can blow it out. You can also put your feet in some really hot water, and that causes some circulation in the head. There's points on your ears and on your fingers and hands and on your feet that will also stimulate your sinuses and your lymph system and your bowels. Everything's interconnected. It's not just this right here. It's what's going on in your bloodstream and your lymph system. So let's see if there's anything else. Getting enough rest. Oh, of course, food. You want to stay away from sugar and animal products. Any milk and cheese, that's the most congestive food that you can eat. So you want to stay away from that. Fresh juice is best. Lots of fruit and veggies, and lots of live food. Stay away from the processed food. And so hopefully you find this video helpful, and if you have any other questions, you can comment below, and be sure to watch for more videos coming for tips on staying healthy as a whole.